This is the Business Hour in partnership with Network B2B, helping you share your passion, knowledge, and make great connections.
You're listening to the Business Hour podcast. It's Steve out and about again. And the question is, are you making the most of your social media? Now, I've just witnessed a wonderful presentation from Louisa Seymour from Puritas. Louisa, you shared some great information about the social media platforms. Just tell us a little bit more.
Well, basically, social media is the way to go, because if you look at how many people in the UK are on social media, 79% of them are on Facebook, which is why we call it the Reach Anyone platform, but 41% of them are on Pinterest, which is why we call that the female buyers platform, because 45% of those people are dynamic, inspired, experimental women. What you find is it's a great platform for sales. All of the main social media platforms are, because the people who follow brands tend to be in that higher income bracket. So that would explain why 91% of retailers use 2 or more social channels to drive sales.
Right, okay. And you shared a figure about how many people use social media on a line. A staggering figure.
Yeah, it's 4.2 billion people are online daily, and those people have at least 7 social media accounts. Now, the thing that you need to think about when you're thinking about your business and how you can make that work on social media is that Facebook, as well as all the other platforms, tend to change their algorithms. So a change in Facebook's algorithms has meant that because they are in all essence pushing their advertising platform, they are now looking in terms of organic placement in newsfeed at businesses and personal feeds. So as a business, you are now competing with, say, everybody who's looking at beer, if you happen to be a beer manufacturer trying to get people to come to your event.
Right, okay. So you talked earlier about the different platforms. So I'm assuming then there could be different messages on different platforms?
Oh, totally. Because one of the things that is really important to do, and it's something that we do for clients, is to do social listening, because such a huge amount of people are on social platforms. You can look at what's happening on social media and get an idea of what product to push out, what sort of posts are getting the most engagement, and where to put your message when. I mean, the key really for me is about the fact that even if you look at something like Heinz, they came up with a completely new product that they weren't planning at all, because they suddenly realised that loads and loads and loads of people were talking about mixing mayonnaise and ketchup, and that's the only reason we've got mayo choc.
Right, okay. Right. So they did some social listening.
They did some social listening. They were going in one direction, and suddenly somebody pointed out that millions of people were looking at this different type of product. So they then took a completely different tack. And it was their launch in America was massively successful.
Right, okay. So, Lisa, without going into too much detail, because we're going to talk about something that you've got really exciting planned that's happening very shortly, actually. But it's not just the message on the platform. There's different age groups on the platforms, and there's different female, male.
Totally. So what you've got is on Pinterest, for example, which is the female buyers platform, 50% of people are ABC1, which is marketing speak for people who have an office job. What you'll find is that only 26% of what they call lower social grades, which means people who don't have an office job, are on Pinterest. So what you'll look at that is that it's generally for people under 45, and there's a lot more people under 45. So we're talking about millennials and younger on that platform. So if that is your market, so you're a vegan company and you know that it's millennials and younger that are absolutely into your product, then you absolutely should be on Pinterest with shareable content.
Okay. And so, Louisa, you've not only, you share some great information there, but you talked in the presentation I saw earlier, you've helped companies with their social media and helped them increase their revenue?
Oh, totally, because we absolutely know that it works, because we have experience of managing it for clients. So we've launched an online gym and taken it to 1 million turnover in 12 months using social media. We were working for a local retail chain and we picked one promotion and got a 16% sales spike. And we've also launched an online business from nothing. And bizarrely, we got in 6 months to having a loyal customer base where each customer was spending over £100 a month on a £5 product. But before we started, the business owner had 700 likes and no sales.
Wow. So not only are you going to share some great information that you're sharing now, you've also got a track record in delivering as well. And the good news is you're going to do some workshops.
We are running a series of workshops. The first one, which is launching on the 24th of January, is an introduction to social media marketing. It's not massively expensive, it's only £35 to attend, but we will give you a broad understanding of what you need to think of in terms of social media marketing, what works, what doesn't, and some of our hacks that we've used in real business, in real life situations, so that you can take away with those. We are also running towards the end of February a half-day workshop that is called Getting to Grips with Social Media. That's where we'll give you a lot more detail, and if you need it, we can even set you up with your social media platforms so you walk out of that presentation with the information you need to make your business grow using social media, set up on the right channels. Because these are small group workshops, we will be able to do some of our own research before the meeting to give you some tips for your specific business sector. One of the key things about social media that you have to remember is that it's massively crowded. There's something like 80 million businesses on Facebook alone. So what you pay an agency for is to come up with that unique proposition. But I believe firmly, having worked in, for top brands in London and the South East for a long time, that anyone can be creative. So we are also running a workshop that is called Making Your Brand Sing, where not only will we share our tips about social media and show you how to do it for yourself, but we will also teach you how to come up with a unique creative proposition. I think there was a saying that one of my old bosses used to say all the time, said, you can give a man a fish and feed him for a day, but teach a man to fish and you'll feed him for life. Well, our mission is to teach Yorkshire to fish.
Brilliant. So how can people get involved and book on this?
Basically, it's going online on our website from Thursday, and you will be able to make an online booking on Thursday, and then we will give you joining instructions. The events are being held in York because we're a York business, and they are being held at the Hotel du Vin, which is 10 minutes walk from the station, nice central location, plenty of parking.
Okay, and your 1.5 day workshop starts when again?
It's 9 for 9:30. The half day workshop is on the 21st of February. We are running a full day workshop which includes a gorgeous lunch at the cooked by the Hotel du Vin on the following Tuesday. Actually, we're also running in early March, one that enables you to understand how to connect with the media, because obviously we are a full service content and media relations agency, and so we can show you how you can do your own media relations, because combining paid for and posted content with earned content does really spike your sales.
Okay, so what's the website again they can go to, Louise?
It's www.puritas.co.uk.
Brilliant. And if you can quote podcasting there as well, wow, that'll be even powerful. Yes.
Fantastic.
Okay, thanks for joining us today. Wish you well and helping spread the news to really make social media work for you, because there are lots of people out there that post whatever. But I tell you what, how much better if you really know what you're doing. Thanks for joining us today. This is the Business Hour.
Like to share news about your business, event, seminar, or workshop? Simply email steve@stevetwynham.com. This is the Business Hour in partnership with Network B2B, helping you share your passion, knowledge, and make great connections.
The Business Hour podcast is produced and presented by Steve Twynham. Copyright applies.